So after having just left the theater, having gone to see Jordan Peele's Him, I have to say this movie ended up being much better than I thought it would be. I honestly went into the theater fully expecting to hate this movie for a few reasons. One, I think Jordan Peele peaked with Get Out, and his films have gotten a little worse each time since then. Two, Jordan Peele didn't write this film. He didn't even direct it, which made me think I was going to get a discount Jordan Peele special, and I wasn't exactly sure I was up for that. I was happy to have been wrong about those notions. The film was rather carefully crafted by the screenwriters in order to tell a football story without much football, which I respect because it's an extremely hard thing to do. But when you look at the movie's budget, you better understand the lack of football footage, and the movie, after watching it, didn't really need football games in order for the filmmakers to tell the story they were looking to tell here. I thought that the film seems to be divided into 5 parts, but it actually follows a 3-act structure fairly closely, save the cat even, though some of the beats come a bit earlier than they should. And I've seen movie critics talk about how there wasn't enough character development for them to care about Cam truly, but I would argue that that would only be the case if you couldn't put yourself in Cam's shoes. I personally had no issue understanding the dilemma that Cam faced, especially once the filmmakers revealed more intimate details about him, his childhood, his father, and most important, his very recent past. No spoilers. I thought the small writing was extremely poignant in this film, and it worked hand in hand great with the countless metaphors that populate the movie if you care to pay close enough attention. This movie isn't just a story about the price of greatness and whether or not it's worth it. It's a movie about the price for greatness and whether it's worth it to a particular person. And understanding the difference between those two questions is fundamental to getting how the metaphors and the dialogue do the heavy lifting in this film. And once you've digested the information about Cam, the ending of the film will come as no surprise to you. But again, I don't think it needs to, because the important thing here is that the writers land the plane, and they do so in rather simple fashion, narratively speaking, while being quite grandiose aesthetically. Now, overall, I'd give this film an 85% or an 8.5 out of 10 if you're thinking IMDb score. An A- due to the sheer complexity of the assignment here. Now, I know I'll get some pushback on this one, and I think it's quite fair because though I do think this film was a good one, I can also admit that it won't be everyone's cup of tea. But I'm already seeing people say that this movie will be the downfall of Jordan Peele, and I don't think that's the case at all. This film may not do huge numbers at the box office. In fact, I would be shocked if it crosses the $100 million mark. But the film from a narrative perspective works just fine, which proves to me that though tipping isn't Jordan Peele, at the very least, he understood the assignment.